Alright, guys. So, for Sigurd's start, it's what the game would consider a medium difficulty start. I've played Alfred. I've played pretty much all of this already in previous versions, and Alfred, Mercia, Alba, Sigurd, Bjorn, and Crusader Kings 3. So the Vikings have a really easy start. You could pretty much set a rally point, raise local raiders, or raise your whole army and then set them to raiding. That will give you people that can sail across, come in these rivers, and raid. So, how do you know where to raid? You're gonna set them to raiding, and then you can put your mouse over these lands, and it will tell you, look, raid loot. It's 9 gold. This one 11 gold. This one 52 gold. So you're really gonna have to find these the good spots. So what I would do is I would sail all the way over to this side, get the smaller kingdoms, the Welsh, which are pretty weak, and then you go for Alfred. Or you can go straight for Alfred and hope that he's fighting off your brothers that are invading his land, and raid the bishopric of Canterbury. That was harder to say than I imagined. So that will give you gold, and unlike the other rulers in Germany, France, and England, the Vikings have so much gold. Uh, they don't, however, have prestige, which is what their military costs. So, before sending in your raiding army, you're gonna raise these your bodyguards, your professional army, with a mix of bowmen, light footmen, light horsemen, and probably not as much light horsemen. Probably two bowmen, two light footmen, and then once you become a king, you start thinking about the other ones. Why light skirmishers and bowmen? Because your main buildings are going to be um, palisades, which will make sure that the other Vikings can't raid you, and also the war camps, so you can get more knights. So that gets the skirmishers and the archers. I would say war camps are more important than the palisades. Maybe just palisades where your family is at, so they can't imprison your family. But on the other territories, build war camps. So you will have more knights than the other kingdom, and knights really weigh in on the strength of your army. Playing Sigurd, you can. I always like to go the stewardship route. Not exactly this one, more the tax one, so you can get divided attention. Um, why divided attention? All right, this is a little bit more, I guess, advanced. But when you have kids, your kid will get your highest title. So let's say that right now you have the Jarldom of. Well, that's. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Let's just call it Jayland. You have this Jarldom. So if you have two Jarldoms and two kids, one of them will take one, the other one will take the other. Now, if you have a kingdom title, Kingdom of Denmark, one kid will take the kingdom, and then the other one will take a Jarldom. So make sure that your kids always have the highest title possible. Why am I telling you this? You're going to want to uh, restrain yourself from having too many kingdom titles, and you're going to have to restrain yourself from having too many vassals. Having more domain will help you out. That's why you're going to take out this divided attention perk. Or if you want, Just ignore that completely and go for the gallant. I don't think he's the best fighter, but he does have a lot of knights. That'll help you out. Um, Remember to always put your wife to help you what on your main goal. So mine would be manage domain, which would raise my domain holding every 5 stewardship levels. So if I pick up that specialization, it would give me +3, then +4 on my wife. It would automatically give me 5 max domain. What else? As a Viking, you can start off by, let me put this on realms. You can start off by subjugating the Jarldom of Gilland, because that's what a Viking can do. Let me just unraise these, disband the army. You have a casus belli on pretty much everyone as a Viking. So you can subjugate one ruler every lifetime. You don't have enough fame and you don't have enough uh, piety to invade the other kingdoms yet on this kind of scale. So you'll be doing some raiding. You'll bring back gold and the equivalent in prestige. So that will get you pretty high. And having gold, you can pretty much just translate that into more prestige, hosting feasts, calling hunts, going on pilgrimages. So all this English gold is going to raise your prestige, and in that, like I said before, creating more men at arms, creating infrastructure. So that's a nice snowball. You can just pretty much take their gold without having to go to war with them. Um, so like I said, you can subjugate the Jarldom. You can raid for prisoners. So as a Viking, you're at a nice religious position where you can raid your allies, take their family, and sacrifice them for piety. So that pretty much, if you have any issues with later on, if your brother is having land that you don't want, or like these guys' children are fighting off, you can raid them, capture them, sacrifice them, and have fun. For these kingdoms, it's pretty easy. You can declare war on them, you can conquer the duchies using a little bit of points, and you can do that over and over and over again. 50 here, 50 here, 50 here, 50 here. So that's pretty much all of Denmark, pretty easy. Same thing with these guys down south. You can conquer counties soon. You can do that with all of England as well. I wouldn't invade England just yet. I would like to first let the Vikings, the Viking brothers, take over, and then once they're all weak, you come in, swoop, and get the spoils. Um, so just to make it clear again, why you're going raiding first. You can't conquer duchies yet. You don't have enough fame. I talked about subjugating, which you should do to Jilland, and also there's invade kingdom, which you can do once in a lifetime. This cost is pretty high. You can cut it in half by picking up this nice little perk. Just a tip. Bellum Justum. Casus Belli costs minus 50%. So after subjugating Jilland and Bjorn, your brother, starts doing his thing in Sweden and making that kingdom, you just go to Bjorn and tell him, I want my land, or I want to invade your kingdom, which will give you even more land. Anything else? Let's see. We have the council down. We have the military down. Not much intrigue that you can do as the Vikings. You're going to be doing more capturing, slaying, raiding. Factions, not a big problem. Your army is huge. Just a reminder that as a Norse culture, you have mustering grounds, which will raise the size of men at arms by 2. so you'll be able to raise your men at arms to level 5, I think. So your core professional army is going to be bigger than any English kingdom. Um, I think that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys are fun.